Hello friends, this is Dave Pasqualone, and I'm going to show you a quick but powerful illustration that really helped me, my family, and my students. So this right here is a bolt that you buy, and it's got a washer attached to it. The goal is to get the washer off the bolt. Well, it's a mind challenge. You've seen these before in all different sorts of formats and shapes and sizes and materials. Well, this particular one I bought, I believe, in Tennessee when we were living up there, and I didn't solve it right away. Normally, I can solve these very fast, and this one stumped me at the store, so I thought, I'm going to buy it. Fast forward a couple years, forgot we had it, moved to Washington State, found it, grabbed it, threw it in my truck. I was traveling about 1,200 miles a week when I was selling body armor and less lethal weapons, and every once in a while I'd pull it out, try to solve it. Couldn't do it. Had it in my truck for over a year, and now at this time my son's 4, my daughter's 2. We're taking a trip with my wife and the family, and I was looking for something in my center console of my truck, and I pulled this out. My son, who again is 4, in the back seat, says, "Hey Dad, can I see that?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, buddy." And he's like, "What is it?" And I said, "Oh, it's a game. It's to help your mind grow." And I said, "You're trying to get the washer off the bolt." And he's like, "You can do it?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I haven't figured it out yet, but you try." So I give it to him, turn around, start driving, focused on the road. My wife and I are talking for maybe 60 seconds. And my son goes, "Here you go, Dad." And he hands it to me just like this. And I'm like, "What?" For years, I mean, I didn't spend a lot of time on it, but this was one of the only mind games that I couldn't figure out. And I'm like, "How did you do that?" And his response was, "Wait a second. I'm going to tell you after I tell you this. It wasn't just me who couldn't figure this out. I would take this exact tool in to my students when I taught at the college for 3 years. And I'd use this with my sales students to show them that it's all about our mental perspective. Sometimes we get stuck in a box where we're trained and conditioned and we're only thinking one way, we're only thinking what we want, when the solution's right before our eyes. And in 3 years of teaching, only one student ever figured it out. So Rob, if you're listening, congratulations again, my friend. So this is it. This, spoiler alert, if you want to go buy one, try it, go do it. But if you don't want to know the answer, turn this off now. But what happens is we'll take this and we'll try to, push the screw over and fit it through that gap, and we'll try to undo the knot, and, lefty loosey, righty tighty, we'll try to push as hard as we can, and we just can't get it because that's what we know. We're conditioned to know these things. But sometimes the truth is obvious. It's just different than what we quote unquote know. With this, my son at 4 years old had no inhibitions or boundaries. He said, "Hey, lefty loosey righty tighty doesn't work, so I'm going to go the opposite way." And that's it. Hundreds of students saw this and never figured it out. I personally played with it for years and never figured it out. But my 4-year-old son, because he is a smart kid, but he also has the ability to find a solution without bias. So, I know this was a longer video. Ponder it, consider it, meditate on it. We love you, and we hope to see you at the top.